What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, or as the late great Bernie Mac said, what's up, you squares? And welcome to Lactic Acid. I'm your host, Dominique Smith. Today, I don't need to introduce her because when she walks, she is just greatness all around. But I have to because she's the friend, she's the fam, she's the home slice. She is a certified baller, shot caller. She is doing big things. Her favorite food is ranch. That's her own food group. And the good thing about it is, on the Boston Marathon Trail, she's going to win, and all her competitors are going to be with the label of the ranch she loves called Hidden Valley. She's going to put y'all in the Hidden Valley when she wins the marathon and continues to boss out. She is none other than my friend, Miss Laura Thweatt. Laura fam, what's going on with you?
That's the best intro I think I've ever received. Can you come to Boston with me and can you give me that intro on the start line? I think I need that energy.
What if, what if, didn't I tell you it's going to be like the most unhinged intro ever?
That was the best intro. I was like, I can't wait to see what he does with this. And you surpassed all expectation,
Here's the thing.
as you always do. You always get me. I'm like, man, how's he so quick like that?
I was sitting down eating a turkey leg drumstick for Easter because we're recording this Easter. So if we're a little slow in speech, forgive us. But this is the most random story ever, but I'm like, Hidden Valley. Oh, that's what's gonna happen with all her competitors when she wins the marathon. They're just gonna be in the Hidden Valley. She's gonna put them in the Hidden Valley.
See, I don't know why they didn't want to work with us because there's just so much potential there. Like, there's so much that I could do with that and that I would do as an ambassador for the brand. So, if anyone from Hidden Valley is listening, it's not too late. I
it's
would
not
still
too late.
consider coming on and, doing my thing,
We could be the
making that
official
pure sweetness, So, you know what
pure
I'm saying?
sweetness, pure sweetness. Sweetness on fleek. Oh gosh, we're gonna come up with some stuff.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh
Oh
man.
man, I'm
I
I'm
like
I'm
where we're
with it.
at tonight. We're rolling with it. It's good. It's
We
good.
we we rolling like Tina Turner, rolling down the river. The official podcast of Hidden Valley Ranch and the official runner. Think about it, y'all. Lauren, Hidden Valley Ranch, and some endorphin speeds on the shoes and everything like that. Come on
Yep.
now. You need a
You know.
neutral shoe. You need a neutral fast shoe with some responsiveness, and you need somebody that can make it happen. Also, I just got a shout out to my shirt. Back and Body
Yeah,
Hurts had to do that because that's the state of being that we're in. So
it is. We're both in
glad.
that state.
Ooh, hashtag struggle bus, aka crying. So, um,
Oh,
last
yeah.
time. So the last time you came on the show, I didn't ask you this because it was the Wing show.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of unhinged, um, but I changed up the question. I retired the old question and bringing in the new one. You're the first person
Mm.
I'm going to ask this question to.
Ooh, okay.
So by now, everybody knows that you're awesome. You are the best. And now the world is starting to know that. Also, shout out, Sister Laura got engaged. So
Ah,
round of applause.
thank you. Yes, yes.
Very, very happy for you guys up there. But everybody in the world knows that now. So they're learning more about you and they're like, oh my gosh. Everybody except Penn Valley. And Crumble.
And crumble. I was just
And
going to tell
Crumble.
you, we can talk about that later. So many
We may
rejections.
low key, we may be starting up a new show about called This Is My Rejection with Dom and Laura.
So far, no one has accepted our proposals, but we're not done yet. We're
We're
going to
not
keep
done
rolling
yet.
them out.
We're,
Yeah.
we're, we're gonna keep rolling.
Take a couple more
Uh,
rejections. It's cool. I got tough skin.
here's how I look at it. We step lightly like a woodpecker with a headache. That's how we roll up in here.
It's a great
Um,
saying. I love it. I
yeah,
want a
shout out.
shirt with that on it.
Stepping lightly, tweet. Okay, I like that. Like, where? I need a phone.
Can you write this stuff down? Because we won't remember it, or I won't. So you need to
I will.
jot down our good sayings and ideas so we can, remember. We can come back to it.
Woodpecker with a headache. Okay. All right. Literally just wrote that down.
Anyway,
But anyway, hey, shot.
moving on.
So here's how everybody wanted to chip in for a campaign. For a campaign just to show how much they love you, how awesome you are, and how much you mean to the world. The homies at Food Network, they said, Laura, we're going to send over a gourmet chef. Alex Gordon Shelley, Amanda Freitag, we're gonna send over the dude that beat Bobby Flay.
Mm.
And we are going to make you a 3-course meal. Shout out to Carrie Tolson, because I got this question from her. And so what they need to know: appetizer, main dish, and dessert.
Oh
But that's
boy.
not
Oh.
all. Oh, that's not all. We got
Oh man.
Lay said, listen, come on, sis. Tell us what chip you want us to recreate or create specifically for you. And we're going to put it in every store with your face on it.
Mm.
Last thing, you have one option. So for those who don't know, there was a show called The Wild Thornberrys. And one of the main characters, Eliza Thornberrys, had the ability to talk to animals. You're going to have that ability, and you get to choose the animal that you will want to get the chance to talk
I
to.
already know that one. I already have that one.
And I pray to God, Lord, don't let it be a dog. But it's probably going to be Biggie, her dog Biggie, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we already communicate, so I already have like that one's taken care of. Yeah.
Okay.
We're on the same wavelength. So I have another animal. Man, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, so my 3-course meal. What would I want? Probably like some type of charcuterie board.
Okay.
Or fried calamari for my appetizer. My main, oh boy, I would say either fried chicken.
My girl, right there, right there.
Yeah, like fried chicken. Oh man,
that's all you
want
need
with it. Yeah, I think that's like a complete meal in itself.
But I forgot there were sides. This is your meal. Let me shut up. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, fried chicken, and I was like, what sides would I want with that? God, I can't. Probably some type of mashed potato or home fry. Um, Maybe truffle fries. Ooh, probably truffle fries. I think I would do fried chicken, some truffle fries, little side of that HV in there, but homemade HV because they would obviously whip that up for me. And then a nice arugula salad with shaved parmesan with like a little bit of sea salt, lemon, and olive oil. And mac and cheese just to like bring it all together. And then my dessert, I would have to go with either the peanut butter chocolate diner cake from Whole Foods, but they would make their own, but like a peanut butter chocolate cake. Or you're gonna love this. I would do peach cobbler because I love a couple years ago, my now fiance was asking me what I wanted for dessert one night. And I was like, I just really want like a hot slice. And he was like, a hot slice. And I was like, yeah, I just want like a hot slice, like a warm cobbler, like something like that. And so that's always our joke. And he actually makes a homemade peach cobbler, which is like pretty amazing. So whenever he makes that, he's always like, I made you a hot slice. So that's probably how I would wrap up my meal.
Okay.
Like, where is she going with that?
No, here's the thing. I've been sitting here listening intently because you just know I'm gonna judge something, and I got some critiques.
We always disagree on food. Always.
Go
I
ahead.
think you were judging my truffle fries. I saw the look in your eyes. And
it wasn't the truffle fries, but I want you to finish. I got my critiques going on.
My Lay's flavor.
Yes.
What would I want?
Now remember, Lay's has done these promotions where they've made like chicken and biscuits or all this stuff like or waffle.
Yeah, I remember that.
Chicken and waffles, which was an L.
Ooh, like a mac and cheese chip.
Okay. I'm trying. Okay. Cool.
Don't judge me. You have so much judgment in your tone.
I just said okay. I don't know like, how.
Okay.
What did you want me to say? Thank you, Jesus. Like what?
I wanted you to be like, oh my God, that's why isn't there a chip that exists like that? A mac and cheese chip, mac and cheese flavor, that would be popular. I feel like that could be good on Lay's chip.
So there's an actual candle at Home Goods. It's a mac and cheese candle.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I could tell you don't need to feel good about
it. Did you smell it?
Yes.
Like?
Yes, and I was like, who did this? Like, who hurt
Yeah.
them? Who
Who
hurt
was
them?
like, you know what? This is what the people want. The people need mac and cheese scented candle.
No, it's like somebody messed up. Somebody who had, so I just public service announcement. If you have a family member that is experimenting with cooking, don't let them cook on a major holiday. And I feel that that candle was birthed on some nasty macaroni and cheese. And so, as punishment, everybody in the world had to smell it. There's a reason. Listen, now there are plenty of supply at Home Goods. But go ahead. So, which animal would you want to
Oh
talk to?
yeah, I would talk to orcas or
I gotta
whales.
look
I
up.
would
Oh,
definitely,
the
I would
whales.
killer whales.
Oh,
I would
killer
definitely,
whales.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by killer whales. They're like one of the smartest species on the planet. They're like up there with us. Like they can feel emotion. They have self-recognition. Uh, they can
Okay.
like feel they like love. Like they play. Like
Okay.
they're so fascinating to me. So yeah, I would definitely master the skill of talking to killer whales for sure.
Okay. Um, Interesting. I like that. I think that
Yeah.
is my thing. I would personally, I would like to talk to elephants.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like
Um,
there's just like wisdom there.
but the
Also,
thing,
elephants are super smart too, apparently.
very smart, and they have great memories.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, and I told I think we did a show back in the day, um, back in the day, meaning last year, with Hannah Borenstein came on the show. This is when I think that was episode like 5. Um, I said, it would be cool to get a chance to talk to elephants or something like that. But then there's a fear factor, and that's the same thing with whales, killer whales, because if you owe them some money or something like that, like they know, like there's no
They'd
money.
hunt you down. They're hunters. They're called the wolves of the sea. They hunt great white sharks. Like what? They're like the top predator of the ocean. Like that's crazy. They kill great whites. Like what? That's crazy.
There's some gang activity going on
A
in
hundred
this.
percent. Oh yeah, they operate in families. And yeah, and like they certain like families have mastered how to like beach themselves and catch seals on the beach and then unbeach themselves. Like they hunt on land. Like it's crazy. Clearly, I've been watching a lot of nature documentaries recently, but I
I
got really
feel
into killer whales like a year ago, and I'm just like my mind is blown. Like I want to know more about
I feel like that's that inner rage that you have. Uh,
them.
when that marathon hit, that killer, that orca come out.
That orca come out, man.
Listen, Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, Laura got
It's
that
true.
orca
I got that orca just ready to come out. So
ready to come out. She carry hot sauce
yeah,
in her bag, you carry Hidden Valley in yours. Um,
it's the only
so
difference.
it's the only difference. That's it.
I
That is
wish.
it. That's it. So where do I want to start judging? So the fried chicken, I was so proud of you for saying that because I didn't expect that.
Oh, I love fried chicken.
I'm cool. Shout out to my mom because she made some chicken the other day
Oh,
that just made me want to do something. I don't even know, but I was it was
just I wanted
amazing.
to do something. It's
I
just
just had to, I just had
mind
to
blowing.
like Michael Jackson. I want to be starting something. Um, Truffle fries, I'm cool with. Mashed taters, mashed potatoes, I'm cool with. But then you healthified it.
Okay, but hear me out. That is sometimes when you do like heavier like meal like that, you need like a palate cleanser. You need just like a little sprinkling of freshness to kind of like cleanse, and then you're like ready for like the next like course. Just like a little sprinkling of freshness. I don't need a whole bowl, but just like a little cup of some arugula, just some freshness sprinkled in there. It enhances the rest of the meal. I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, next time I'm at a restaurant, I'll be sure to ask, can you bring out a cup of lettuce? To,
Yeah.
to
You just need a little bit of freshness. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, let's do the arugula mixed with romaine.
Yeah.
Let's do the RA. Never heard I've heard of cleansing the palate, but I just drink some water. Um stuff
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
next time, drink some water, throw some arugula in your mouth. You're going to be
Oh,
shocked at what it does
it,
for the next course.
it leaves a
It's
bitter
science.
taste. It's
It's science.
nasty.
That's why you do the vinaigrette with it, so it just kind of like neutralizes the bitterness. And then you're
What if
just left kind of feeling like, oh, yes,
what
ready
about
for like the next
ranch and arugula?
ranch. Um, Surprisingly, arugula is like the one thing I haven't put ranch on.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to know
I feel
something
like
interesting? Go
ranch
ahead.
is more of like a romaine lettuce. Like it's more of like a romaine type of dressing,
And
you know?
Caesar, because you can
And
put some
Caesar,
Caesar.
right. Yeah, yeah.
My mom did something the other day. She said, "Bring me the Hidden Valley." We had this huge jar of Hidden Valley that we got from Walmart for like $8. It's
Nice.
like 48 ounces.
Yep.
And she put it on pizza, and you were the first person I thought of.
See, your mom and I knew I liked her. You put it on the pizza. I dip my pizza in the ranch. It's not just for the crust. It's for the whole slice.
I told her something wrong with her. Like, and I
Welcome
said,
to the club.
I said, I have a friend named Laura, and she is in love with ranch. Like, if ranch was a person, I'm sure you guys would be best friends. And
We'd be married by now.
you would, um, you would. And I don't know why that influence is coming through to Orlando from Colorado. Like that's crazy. Need to stay over there on a different time zone. The
Nope.
macaroni and cheese, but who I have never heard of such a thought because I okay. So you know what? I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna be nice.
Oh,
Um, I want you to have that potato chip that is based on macaroni and cheese, and I just want you to love it.
you would try it though, wouldn't you? That's what
I
you're thinking about.
I don't know
You
about all
wouldn't
that.
try a macaroni and cheese chip. They've made way worse flavors before.
I know, which is why I'm very hesitant to try it. See, here's the thing about that. I tried the fried chicken and waffle potato chip.
Yeah.
Um, it was the worst thing I've ever. It was in the top four of like. I wanted to go buy another bag, protested, and then throw them in the trash. Like it was that level of just
Just not
nasty.
not
And
good. Okay.
so, like, they have like a dill pickle chip, and so it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, outside of like the baby being named Dill Pickles, it's just like you don't put that on the chip. I don't know. I mean, it's
Well, I guess they probably have like a pizza flavored chip, right? I feel like that's already a thing.
you see, you can't do that. And I'm already kind of dreading, but here's you know what, you're probably right, because so check this out. I have to try bison because Elise Cranium came on here and was like, you gotta try a
Oh, I
bison
love
burger.
bison.
And
Bison burger's so good.
she
And it's
told me
higher iron too,
I got an
which I
ironing
know
board.
means a lot to you. So
Yeah, I can, I got an ironing board, so I don't need that hot iron. Um, and I got to put all this crap that she told me to put on there. I hate goat cheese. I hate jalapenos, caramelized onions. Okay, and then the spicy chipotle aioli. So I have to try that.
ooh, what? That sounds amazing.
That no, it doesn't. Stop lying.
Hmm.
And
I'm gonna try that.
of
I'm
course.
gonna make my chip flavor that bison jalapeno burger.
Oh, that what's that song by Alicia Keys? Oh, I don't know, but listen, that breath gonna be on fire. Oof.
I'm fire. That
Somebody,
song, yeah.
ooh, Lord. Okay. Um, but then I have to try freaking Domino's. But at least you'll be with me when I try that.
Yeah, I'll be there with you. You're gonna love it.
Whatever.
Did you see
And
what they're doing now? They're doing loaded tater tots
why?
because they can.
It
And
sounds like
tots are amazing. I love a good tater tot.
That's true. A good tater tot is legit.
Oh,
But if you
so
have
good.
to do tater tots instead of pizza, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You might like the loaded tots. We'll get you some of those too. You can decide which is better.
Why do you hate me? What did I do to you?
I'm trying to help you. Just let me help you. Stop fighting it.
I don't have a choice. It's not even it's like I'm going to help you. Like I didn't ask, but it's like I'm stuck.
You don't
But
need to. You don't need to ask. I got you.
whatever. Anyway, let's move on to something that doesn't give me lactic acid. Um, so I am super pumped. So Laura is running the Boston Marathon for the first time, and I am excited for you because I feel like nobody. Listen, I've listened to a few interviews that you've done leading up to this, and I feel confident in saying nobody probably has told you this, but I think it's a good thing, and I think you low key have an advantage going into the Boston Marathon because you've never run it. You can't overthink it.
It's true.
You cannot overthink it. You can't really get in your own head, which is
Yeah,
exciting.
it is.
So
And that's good for me. I need to get out of my head. If I
yeah,
learned anything from my last marathon, I was way too in my head. So another reason I was like, I'm going to do a marathon I've never done because what do I have nothing to lose. Never
no,
done it. Just going to get out there, race. That's all you can do. Like nothing else I can't control anything else other than that. So yeah, I'm hoping the same thing that it will be good for me to just zone out and do what I do best, which is just compete.
and not only that, you're not the favorite to win this race outside of people like, well, when I say people, I run lactic acid. So outside of me thinking you're going to win the race, um,
Which I appreciate, by the way. I think you're the first one.
here's the thing. But here's the
Hey,
thing.
hey.
I do stand, but here's the thing. If you ask people around, I stand 10 toes down. I said, listen, there's a girl named Laura. Y'all ain't talking about LT. But here's the thing. The people who are counted out the most are the ones who are the ones that could come in and on any given day, and you've proven that when life gives you lemons, you make a frozen popsicle. So
That's
um
the shirt I want. When life gives you lemons, you make a frozen popsicle.
oh listen, don't worry, I have a few I've been using. But I don't know what confidence. Obviously, you can hear the confidence I have in you. What confidence are you taking into this race?
um, I think the biggest is Boston, from what I can tell, is very much a race that suits me as far as what I consider my strengths to be. There's no pacers. It's a challenging course. You're competing against the other women in the field and the course itself. I think it favors strength runners. I think it favors people that can grind. It favors those that are just incredibly tough. And I consider myself to be all of those,
Mhm.
especially when it comes to the marathon. Like I've run well in New York, I ran well in Atlanta. Um, those are the courses that I think just like bring out the best of me. So that was a huge reason why I wanted to do Boston. I've wanted to do it for a long time, but the stars have just never really aligned for me to do it. And so they finally, like, this was the year where I was like, this is it. Like, this is my marathon. This is what's going to kind of help me find myself again. So yeah, I'm really pumped to do exactly that. So that's why I was like, this is the one.
This
This
is
is
the
the money
one.
one. So I'm going in confident. I had a great build. I just had fun with it. I did all my favorite things. I ran lots of hills. Used Boulder to my advantage. Did all the stuff I love to do, all the things that give me confidence. Threw time out the window, threw paces out the window. Went off of effort, which is how I plan to run the race. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm in a good place, and I just I just feel it in me, which is like kind of fun. Like just kind of
Yeah.
like feel that there's something there. And it's been a long time since I've gone into a marathon, just kind of like feeling that. And I also got a fortune cookie tonight that said, you will soon find out what you're capable of. And I was like, boom.
Oh, oh, Lord. Oh, I felt.
I like got chills. I was like, oh my God.
Oh.
So I
Like,
put it up on my mirror. I like have it like taped up on my bathroom mirror for the next like 5 days before I leave to be like, girl, you're about to see what you're capable of. It's
ooh,
in the
ooh,
stars now.
it's in the ooh, I feel churchy up in here for all of a
I
sudden.
know, right?
Ooh, um, ooh, Lord, okay. Mm.
I never
Uh,
get good fortunes in those. And this was the first one. I was like, I can apply this to my life. Usually I get like financial ones, or just things that like I'm like, I don't know what that means at all.
but you
But yeah,
got a clue.
I got like a real one, like 8 days out. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, shout out to whatever Chinese restaurant you went to that gave you that cookie. Ooh, I feel, well, maybe
You
listen,
feel it, right?
it backs up what I'm saying. But here's the thing: you are tougher than hen's teeth when it comes to like running this marathon. Like
I'm gonna remember that.
you have the toughness of a $2 steak. It is not even close. And so, um, pretty much, I heard you say something, and I was like, yo. I don't know if I should call her Pastor Laura, Bishop Laura, or I should just give her the title of an apostle because it was something that everybody should know. You said, shout out to the homie Lindsey Hine, that you are your superpower. And so my question to you, what is your superpower?
Mm, I think, man, that's a great question. I think my superpower is, well, I guess what like strictly kind of within like running. I think my superpower is like I'm not afraid to hurt. Um I can hurt all day long. I've gone into the deepest, darkest of places in a lot of my marathons. And it's just having the belief in yourself and the confidence in what you've done that you can get to that place and you can stay there. And you can outlast everyone else in that place. So I think that's really what makes me me when it comes to the marathon. So that would be my running superpower. And then outside of that, my superpower is picking really great places to eat, like Domino's.
Oh, you lying. You capping. Listen, there's enough caps on water bottles, so you don't even have to add it to the signs.
I thought you'd like that.
Oh, of course you did.
That
Freaking
was for
course.
you.
Oh, I know. I know. I feel the love.
Yeah.
Where it's either love or gas, but regardless, it's
Both.
when you said that, there's two songs that just rolled through my head, and one song it was like everybody hurts,
Yeah.
and then
Everybody cries. Is that how it goes?
everybody cry. Yeah.
I think that's it.
And then it's not Christmas, but I just felt this inspiration. Josh Groban's Believe like was just rolling.
Oh, Josh.
Believe in what your heart is saying. Hear the melodies is playing. There's no time to waste. There's so much to celebrate. And Josh, I needed to talk to him because you needed to elevate that octane on Celebrate. And so that's something that bothers me about that song. So
You
it
should
may
bring
not
him
be
on the show. Yeah, you should tell him.
Joshua, if you're listening to this, you have a wonderful voice, but we need to correct an error. We can
Just
bounce
tweak
back,
it. Just
just a
yeah,
little
we
tweak.
just a little tweak.
We can bounce back from this L, brother. It's a lowercase L right now. I just want to keep it from going to a capital L. Um, but I don't know, just I don't know. You sound like different, and I hope I'm asking better questions than some of the questions that may be getting asked. But like you sound, I don't know. I'm kind of scared almost. Um, because you have this just this, I don't know, this bone crusher. I ain't never scared mentality that I love. But at the same time, let me ask you, have you mentally just envision yourself, and this will be the last Boston question, at least for running before we get to food. have you envisioned yourself like, you know, dominating, being that
Hmm.
baller, that shot
Yeah.
caller, that playmaker, that
Yep.
waymaker? Have you envisioned the W?
Yeah, I think I've been doing a lot of like I work with a sports psychologist, and after Chicago I was really struggling to see myself in that light. Um I just felt like my last few marathons have been really, really tough and really, really hard. And so the thought of doing another one was almost like terrifying. Like I was just like doubting myself if I still like had it. Um, and so that's what we've been working on like since October is just like is me working back to that place of confidence and that place of like just realizing like, yeah, you've had some bad ones, but bad ones. Like you can't do this sport and not have those really tough days. It's what you do with the tough days and how you shape those to set you up for the success. And not losing yourself in a hard day, but seeing like how strong and how tough you really are for surviving the hard day and then coming back from it. Um, so I think it's just really helped put me back in that place. And then just getting back to enjoying running. Like I've had fun this block. That was my only goal, was to just enjoy it, enjoy the process. And I think through that, my confidence has kind of started to come back because I'm slowly feeling like myself again because I'm staying true to who I am and I'm not forcing training in a way or forcing racing in a way that isn't me. And so that confidence has just slowly been building back since October. Um, and so now it's just like, I think sometimes too, like when you have that really tough day and you like grind through it, which is why for me it was just so important to finish Chicago, even though like every single day went out the window as far as like what I thought I could do. Um, Finishing it and surviving it, realizing like, yeah, it was devastating and heartbreaking. And I had to do some work to kind of come off of that. But I'm okay. And like my life is okay. And everyone loves me still. And like nothing changed. And so now going into this one, I'm like, I have nothing to lose. Like, I have nothing to lose. Like when you have those tough days and you come out the other side, you're like, yeah, that sucked. But like because you've been there and you're like realize that like you come out the other side and you're just like, oh, like everything's fine still. I don't know. It just gives you a different way to think about it. So I'm going into Boston just like I have nothing to lose. I'm going to throw myself in it. And I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. I think that's the only way you have breakthroughs and it's the only way that you truly discover what you're capable of. And I'm ready to kind of like find those new limits for myself. And I think Boston's like the perfect place for me to do that. So I'm really excited and yeah, I feel different. And I think that's just how I know that like I'm as ready as I can be for this one.
You never know how good a piece of chicken tastes until you had a feather.
Totally.
Until you had a
Amen.
until you had a feather. Um,
It's
so,
so true. I love that. It's so true.
so we said it. Some days chicken, some days feathers. And sister had a feather, but now she's ready for
Sister
that
had a feather, but now she's ready for that juicy drumstick.
that
That's
juicy.
so
Oh, she went with the drumstick. She didn't even say. She said, "Nah, nah." She want the
no, no.
drums.
I want the drumstick.
Oh, she want
Boston
the.
is my drumstick.
Ooh, y'all know.
Quote
Listen
that.
now. Quote that Boston is my drumstick. Boxing up extra crispy. Let me tell you something. Oh, I'm so with that. Ooh,
uh,
Lord. Ooh, listen, Boston is her drumstick. She ain't say
oh man.
no breast, no thighs, no wings. She said drumstick. That's what I'm talking about.
Drumstick. You
Put
heard
that
it here
leg,
first.
put that leg on there. That's that stinky leg energy. I like that. I
See,
like
and that's
that.
a perfect segue now into food. Do you see what I did there? That transition?
I don't, but I do. I'm just playing. I
No, missed it.
Lauren
Nice
Gregory.
try.
It's something interesting. You have that Lauren Gregory and I. Oh my gosh, I just got that is what I was missing. So I'll just for full transparency, I was talking about Laura. I was talking about Laura. I was talking to Laura about potentially starting our own show, part of the Lactic Acid Network, which I am dead serious about. I forgot to say this in the introduction, but it makes sense now as we transition. Because when I was like Laura Thweatt, aka Hidden Valley, aka this, I should have been like Laura Thweatt, aka that Susie Carmichael energy. That's what I'm hearing right now. And it's like
Susie Carmichael energy.
Lauren Gregory and I, we were talking about it, about something, and I just said, you have that Tommy Pickles energy, like that bald-headed baby energy, like that Tommy Pickles had, and I like that. But what I need to know, why is Pam the most hated character on The Office, and why aren't people understanding why that's the case? We're gonna get the food in a
Well,
second, but we got some TV
I
stuff.
don't. I mean, I didn't think Pam was the most hated character on The Office. Like,
Oh,
I
so
was
that's
that
just me?
person. I think that's just you. But what
Oh,
I
dang.
will say is, after you said that, and then like actually like a year prior to you saying that, I was watching ESPN, one of my favorite like talk shows, which I don't know if it's still a thing anymore. But anyway, they were talking about The Office, and they were saying, oh, because they had Dwight Schrute on, or whatever his real name, Rainn
Rainn
Wilson.
Wilson.
They had Rainn Wilson on, and so they were saying, like, one of the hosts was saying how that was his theory, that Pam was the most hated character on The Office because she's actually not that nice. She manipulates people. Like, everyone like thinks she's great, but like she isn't. And I started laughing, and then when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I guess I can kind of see like the other side of Pam. But I think you hate her more than I do.
I need you to be on my side here. Like,
I know you thought that we were on the same side there. I'm not saying that she's like, I guess I'm saying I can see both. Uh I can
listen,
see why you would think that. I can see why people would get to that conclusion.
I was officially
But
done with Pam in the episode where Jim found out he had high blood pressure. And you remember they went to like a Walgreens or whatever that little store was,
oh yeah, yeah.
and she got the like she felt he was hiding something, and so she enlisted Dwight's help. And then they check
Oh
his
yeah.
blood pressure, and it was like this ridiculously high number. And I'm like, Pam, that's your fault. Like, literally, that's your fault.
You
So
gave him
that
that.
you gave him that. You are the reason that the
That's
blood.
you.
That's you. That is you. Tears on
Girl,
my
that's
pillow.
you.
That's you. All you. All you. Came up. That's all you. 100%. Um, God, I thought we were team on this. That sucks. I was so. I don't know. The
Yeah, that
more
changes everything now for you, doesn't it?
that kind of makes me a little sad. Gosh, it's like that song, all by
By
myself.
myself.
I hate Pam all by myself. My friend Emma Zimmerman asked this question. I want to ask it to you. What are two incredible things that have taken place in your life over the past 2 weeks or 2 months?
Hmm.
It's just a form of practicing gratitude.
um,
And then two funny things.
um, Man, I like that question. Let's see, over the past 2 weeks, I feel like I can't remember over the past like month. I think everything's just becoming a blur, but um, I think the last few weeks I've been running with a lot of friends and like reconnecting with like old teammates, and um, I'm just really grateful for the running community here in Boulder, and just for the network of people that I have in my life and that I've met over the last few years. I'm just really grateful for, yeah, just being surrounded by some really incredible people. And I'm also, yeah, I was FaceTiming my parents the other day, and they're coming to Boston. They haven't missed a marathon. They've been at every single one of my marathons, and they're in their 70s. And I'm just really grateful for my parents, and just the support that they've given me over my like 20 plus career with running. And yeah, they're still at like a large majority of my races, but they're always at my marathons. So I'm just really grateful that they're going to be there, in my corner. And then funny things, I dropped an egg on the floor the other day and started crying.
What?
I just like I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like when I get in the last like 3 weeks of a marathon build, like I'm just walking like a very fine line between like being okay and just being like completely like hysterical. And that fine line turns out to be an egg. Like,
Laura, I can't. I think I would have freaked out. Like, what did you crying for? I dropped
I,
an egg.
well, I said that to myself. I was like, what is happening right now? It was just like sometimes, like, I was talking about this the other day with Emma, and I felt seen because she agreed and said she's the same way. I feel like in these last few weeks, like, everything is hard. Like, the thought of driving to the grocery store and then driving home and then having to like prepare a meal is like, it's too hard. Like, everything is hard. Like, just, so like, I was making breakfast, dropped an egg, and I stared at it for like 10 minutes, like not 10 minutes, but I stared at it for like a good solid like minute or two. And then the thought of having to stop making breakfast, up the egg, led me to like vacuuming the entire floor because I saw how dirty it was. Like, I don't know. It was it's just like
You
a
see,
whole
okay,
thing where
I get. You
like
see, okay.
I just got so overwhelmed by the littlest, dumbest thing, and I suddenly just like couldn't handle anything for like a solid like 10 minutes. I was just like losing my shit in my kitchen. I
Now
was like,
that
what is
you
happening to you?
I really want to make fun of you, but now that
That's
you
fair.
no, 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 no. But now that you explain it, I kind of get it. I kind of get it because in your head, you're like trying to map out a marathon course and you're trying to map out miles. And so your whole brain is like mapping out. And so you're thinking of what to do at the worst case scenario. Um, and so it translates to life. So it's like you drop an egg. Um,
Just like I can't do it.
egg on the phone. I can probably see you cussing that egg out. You had one job, and that was to get cracked and put into the bowl. But Yope, oh, let me stop. It's his day. He got up today, so we're just gonna stop. So you,
Uh,
and then like
yeah,
I can, and then I can kind of see you instead. You know, like the guy on SpongeBob that always gets thrown out.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
What is
instead of
that
like
one? Yeah,
you're my leg, but you're like my egg, kind of like
my
that.
egg. Exactly. It was exactly like that. So yeah, that's just
uh,
like a window into like the last 2 weeks. It's just
very
it
very
takes
fragile.
less and less now to like completely just send me over the edge.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it's a good place to be. Yeah.
What? Okay. In my head, that's just I don't because there was an episode he just I don't know they were arguing over something and he just walks in rev up those fryers because I am sure hungry for one and then he's just my
My
leg.
leg. Yeah, my
uh
egg.
my
So
egg my egg
uh
okay well I oh okay so no that does not match the story I told when you first came on the show about me passing out at the top of a mountain in Colorado.
oh
But
yeah, I do remember that story though. Never forget.
you, I'm very careful. We're going to talk about food now because I'm very careful because I still remember the Barry Mia stuff and how I just got taken off the ledge by a few things that you brought up. Um, true crime, um, and all that other fun stuff, which was fun. But what meal? I want to try something. I want us to agree on at least two foods before we get off this call tonight. On the
Okay.
chicken show, I think we found one.
What was it? I don't even remember because we don't agree very often. So I don't even remember what we agreed on.
The Whole Foods
Oh, the
cookie.
cookies. The cookies, yeah.
Yes, and then we were getting
Soft. You
to
want a soft cookie, right? Didn't we
soft
agree on that?
chocolate. Yeah, soft
Soft
chocolate chip
chocolate chip.
cookie.
Yeah.
And we disagreed on crumble, and that led to an entire embarrassment in
It did.
that you have on video.
I'll save that video you sent me forever.
Did you delete it yet? Please do.
It's also like the worst video. I'm like,
So it
why
is
is it
so
so bad?
crazy. So I'm sitting here and my hand is just shaking and I'm looking. So here's the truth. I recorded that video like 2 or 3 times waiting for that pizza. And remember, Blaze Pizza does not take but like
the third take.
3 to 4 minutes. And so there's this, I kid you not, there's this couple. I'm sitting up in the booth because I'm like hashtag lighting. And it's like dim, it's cold. And
it is always really cold in there, to be fair. It's very cold.
In Blaze.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had a Crumble. I was like, it's
No.
always air conditioned in there.
No. So
I've never been in Blaze. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Okay, so in Orlando, in Winter Park, Blaze is literally right next across the parking lot from Crumble. So I went and paid $4.99 for this cookie and this milk-soaked cookie, and then I go into Blaze. I order my pizza, and I said, all right, this is probably a good spot to do this because I don't want to go home with this cookie, especially if it's nasty. And these people are just looking at me. It's like they were talking about like their day and stuff. And I'm like recording and stuff. And I'm like, dang it, man. And I was like, oh, Dom, you're a little loud, man. All right, let's take 1. Take 2. Like, ugh. And they stop. I just hear silence. And I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? You know,
hey, nothing to see here.
You know, I see y'all got green bell peppers on your pizza. Bless them. And that was actually, as bad as that video was, that was the best one I got.
That was the best one. Oh man. All right. It was good. I was like, what is this? What happened here?
And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, so
but
funny.
Yeah, so that crumble cookie that I had to try because you did well in the cross country marathons. So we can cross that crap off the list. We still don't like that. So I'm gonna list yes, even though you swear I like it.
I think deep down you do. You didn't hate it. You were surprised. You were surprised it wasn't as bad as you thought.
Okay. Okay. The key lime pie, the key lime pie crap was really good, but I kept eating and I was struggling. I was like, there's so much milk in this cookie. Here comes the gas and all this stuff. But
it is. They're super rich cookies.
Yes.
And they're big. And especially if you get the ones with the frosting, it's like a whole nother layer. So it can at times be a lot to work through. I understand that.
So we're going to list some foods and we're going to say hey or nay. And if we say nay, we have to disagree. And so the goal is for 2 foods. Okay.
Okay. 2 foods. Okay.
Let's start off with vegetables. Actually, let's not start off with vegetables. Hamburgers and hamburger locations. Wendy's hamburgers.
Yay.
Okay. No.
I mean, it depends what you're comparing it to. Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. Wendy's, but here's the thing. Okay.
Like, Wendy's, they're all so different.
Wendy's, all right. I think, okay, I'm going to have to change this up a little bit because you're right. You bring up an interesting point. Okay. Pizza. Best kind of pizza.
Well, I've already told you disagree with me on this.
I didn't say. Oh shoot, yes, but like toppings wise.
Oh,
I already know the deep dish nonsense, but I'm trying to meet halfway.
I mean, okay, I like all sorts of. I made a pizza the other night with arugula and prosciutto on it.
All right, nope. Okay, so
but I was gonna say, but like those types of pizzas, I'm a like good old supreme type girl. I like a supreme pizza. Like that was my favorite DiGiorno pizza, which I love a good DiGiorno. It's been a while, but I love DiGiorno.
Okay. Hamburgers. If you had to do a custom hamburger, what are you getting on a hamburger?
What would I get on it?
That's not the crap that Elisa's making me try. But what is like your go-to toppings for a hamburger?
Bacon, pepper jack cheese, avocado.
Oh my
pickles,
gosh, stop.
tomatoes,
No, stop.
lettuce,
No, no, stop. Why
ranch.
do people are you serious? Are you just screwing with me right now? You
No,
put
I'll order a bacon cheeseburger with pepper jack cheese, add avocado, and then it comes with pickles, lettuce, and tomato, which I put on it as well. Like it comes like those are like the sides of the burger. But that's always what I order when I want a burger and we go out. I always get a bacon cheeseburger with avocado.
ooh,
I don't know what you're struggling with. I feel like that's
all
like
of
pretty
that.
basic. What? What do you put on your burger? That's like three things. Just cheese?
Pickles, ketchup,
Yeah.
lettuce, two
Yeah.
patties, and some
You don't eat
onions.
it with bacon?
Mm, I can. The bacon is not what's tripping me off. Up.
It's the avocado.
It's the avocado. That's
So good.
nasty. No, it's not.
No, it's not. A
No.
little cotto, just kind of, spread on there. Balances with the spice and the crunch of the bacon. It's just like just like it just ties it all together. That creaminess.
Fried chicken. This
Well,
is a locational standpoint. Ooh, I got it one for you. Who has the best chicken sandwich?
ooh, that is a good one.
And then I have another
Um,
good chicken take.
well, the best fried chicken sandwich I've ever had was uh well, it's okay, maybe not the best, but uh it was at the Post here in Colorado. It's like a fried chicken place called the Post. And
Okay.
they have a really good fried chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Um, I wanted to try the fried chicken sandwich, like the spicy chicken sandwich in Nashville, but I didn't get the chance to do it.
Let me
But
tell
I
you
want to
something
go
about
back
that.
to Nashville to try
Do you
the
like spicy
Nashville.
food?
I
No,
used to
no,
hate
actually,
spicy.
do you like hot food? I
No,
totally lie. Okay.
I don't like soup. I'm like a medium spiced woman.
Don't
I don't want my mouth on fire.
don't you carry your behind in Nashville and eat that sandwich. Let me tell you something.
Don't they make non-hot ones? That would be really good though too.
That is fair. But a brother went to Hattie B's and almost lost. Here's the thing. I smelled it. I said, "What is that? What's on fire?" And it was
Yeah,
somebody's
when you can
breath.
smell it, yeah, that's when you know. When the guy next to you is like breathing, like there's like
He
smoke being
tell,
exhaled, you
yeah,
know,
asking me how I'm
right in
doing.
the
I'm like,
face,
it's like,
sweat.
yeah, just drenched. And I'm looking, and I just nod, like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm like, no, how are you doing? Because this is a problem. So don't you go to Hattie B's, go
Yeah, no,
anywhere.
I want to be in pain when I eat is like my thing.
Yeah,
I don't
the marathon does
understand.
that for you.
Exactly. See, I get it in the marathon. I don't want it in my chicken. I don't want to be in pain all the time. I don't want to go into the darkness when I'm eating a chicken sandwich. I want that to be enjoyable. You got to balance how much you're in the dark. You can't do everything at that level. Too
Okay,
much darkness.
I like that. I like that. So I don't want to play this game because the burger thing already threw me off. But we kind of agree on the chicken sandwich. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
So after all that, we still don't agree on anything.
No, we haven't really found like the one solid piece of food that's like binding our relationship together.
Oh, this is just. I wonder, can we have podcasters friendship therapy? If there's like somebody who
Yeah.
offers that,
Work through all of our differences in food.
work through all the differences of food. I feel like we're just going to be crying
We
at
need to
the end.
find a middle ground.
But I don't
But where's the
know.
compromise, Domino's?
That's not a compromise.
You don't know. You haven't even had it yet. What if you love it? What if that's the one thing that we agree on, but you just don't know yet because you haven't tried it?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
let's move on. You, I'm if it's Domino's, that's going to be bad. Okay, I will say this: if Domino's sponsors either lactic acid, Laura, or anything else, then I will say that's the compromise.
Should that be the next company that we reach out to for rejection?
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know if I can take anything else. Like,
Well, Crumble just ghosted me altogether. At least Hidden Valley like sent a response. I got nothing from Crumble. I spent like 15 minutes filling out that application and
did you
nothing. I haven't, that was like a month ago.
really?
And I was so confident. I was like, I'm definitely gonna hear back from them. Nothing.
But here's the thing. I always say, listen, I got a home slice across the America. Oh God, what's wrong with me? I told you this food is killing me.
It's been a long day. Yeah.
It's
It's
on
that
the
peach cobbler. It really just tipped you over.
girl, and I have me some Nugget ice cream. Nugget
Oh,
ice
that
cream.
sounds so good. I want that right now.
Dave Chappelle called it the itis, and I got it with a capital I-S. And and so I was like, yo, look, I need to send you what I send these people, but I hype you and all the other athletes up. And they're like, okay, cool, and everything like that. Like, screw you, but there's some potential
Yeah,
here.
right? Come
And
on.
Crumble's like, yeah, if you don't hear, from us in 48 hours, uh
So you're telling, yeah, it's a definite no from them. Then it's been like a month.
and I was like, hey, Crumple, it's been 72 hours. Just wanted to follow up with you on on everything. Hey, Crumble, 96 hours here and everything.
No, that wow. So they really hold form to. They really hold like fast to that 48-hour rule. They're like,
You
no,
don't
you
you
got your
don't
answer, man. You got your answer.
you don't even I'm like, it's Laura, these rejections, I'm like Drake and Marvin's room. I'm just saying you could do better. So like I don't know, but I'll tell you off the air, there's a sponsorship that I'm gonna hook you up with because I got it. I found like some
You
information.
found one? Okay.
Yeah, if not, then I may go vegan. But this is a very important question I have to ask you. This now here's the thing. The answer to this question could be the middle ground. Okay. Is a boneless chicken wing a chicken nugget or a chicken wing?
A chicken nugget.
My girl. That's
Yeah,
it. We got it.
obviously. Yeah. See, we always find it somewhere along the way.
That
There it
that's
is.
why that's why we're friends. Like that's it. That's it. That's
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
so
we're good
but
now.
we're
All is
good now.
all is well. We can set aside our differences because we agree on that.
Yes, this is what this country needs. This is
Yeah.
all
This
this
is
country
this
needs.
is this is what everyone's missing. Yeah.
In this
No, if
world
there's
of
no
the
bone in it, it's a nugget. 100%.
you listen to Apostle Laura Thweatt. Listen to her. Gosh, that's what it is. Um I heard a story that you took a hip hop class, which I did not know. And I guess you thought it was going to be easy. And you got a
Be a
B.
natural. A B minus.
B minus.
I
You
thought that I was going to be a natural because I sort of believe this, but not as much after I got humbled in hip hop. That I was a really good dancer. And so I was like, I'm going to go. I'm going to pick up all these great hip hop moves. And then I'm going to go out to the clubs because I obviously do that a lot. And I'm going to just shock everyone and just go out onto the floor and like bust out all these hip hop moves and be like super awesome. So I was like, hip hop's going to be so sick. One of the hardest classes that I took at CU. Like I stand by that. And what's funny is everyone's like, why did you not take that pass fail? Because you can take so many like extracurriculars pass fail. And I was so confident that I was going to ace it that I was like, why would I take it pass fail? Um, Looking back, it would have been a better idea for me to have taken it pass fail because that B minus like brought down the GPA a skosh that semester. But the final was extremely stressful because my professor brought in a live DJ
oh boy.
and we had to stand in like there was 40 of us in the class and we had to stand in this huge circle. And then your final was you had to go out in the middle of the circle 3 separate times and perform 3 different routines that incorporated all of the moves that we had learned throughout the semester. So to practice for this, because I had to practice, fit out a racquetball court at our rec center, and I would go in there with like like headphones, like a CD player, and I would practice all of my
Oh,
routines.
I'm
And I
so proud
still
of
got
you.
a B
I'm so proud
minus.
of you. I wish we knew each other because I could have helped you.
I know. I wish we did too. I needed help. I needed a tutor, and I did not have one. I was on
So,
my own.
do you have, okay, so I've seen you dancing in a few of these videos, and I'm proud to say, so the one thing as a former dancer, I did hip hop dancing too. Um, and there was a couple dances that I'm like, yo, okay, we need to kind of, can we get the kids version? Let's start with
Yeah,
the kids.
yeah. I need like the spark notes. Like, help me. Like, can you just like,
I'm
because
not even.
one, good rhythm. So I really struggled there. And
Mm,
then two, you had to do like an air pose. But like,
that's stupid.
I, I was never going to be able to do that
You,
successfully, and I didn't do it successfully. My
you don't.
final, I got
You
too much momentum, and I
you
like flipped over.
you flip. She flipped. Ooh,
Yeah,
when.
like I like went to like go on like like do like the handstand thing, and I was too nervous, and I like came out of
Ooh,
my move, went to like go up, and then like my legs just like went over my head, and then I got all rattled, and then I like forgot the rest of my routine, so then I was just like making it up. It was so bad.
when I flip, you flip, we flip. Ooh,
Yeah.
uh, girl, that's trauma. So I was gonna
Yeah.
say you don't have bad rhythm
No.
because first of all, I have to say this. I actually listened to a few like Barry Mia songs. I don't really remember like the titles, but I was like, okay, like this band
Oh,
kind of
that's so awesome. I'm gonna tell my friend that. He's gonna be so excited that you were like, okay, it's not bad, right? Like they're pretty good.
it's because I don't really do punk rock.
Bangers. I know. I know you're not a
Actually
huge punk rock guy, but
no. So here's the thing. I'm just ashamed to say what songs are on my iPod. Um, because I have
it's a
two
safe
that
space.
is it. Well,
I don't know, actually. You judge me all the time, so maybe it's not a safe space.
well, no, it is. It's a song by To Kill the King, called Birthday Sex, but it was like a song to all the Christian people who I went to school with. Listen, listen to Chris Tomlin or something like that. We almost made it. Um, but it was an R&B song, and they turned it into a punk rock song. And one day before a weightlifting meet, I just needed a little extra kick. You like that nasty coffee with that espresso and ish. That's what
Yeah.
I needed, and that
Yeah.
song was like,
It was your
yo,
espresso.
girl,
Yeah.
you know, like, yo.
It's the perfect
So
remix.
yeah, like this. So Barry Mia is not at that level, but I was like, okay, Mia, see you. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey. So, but if you're gonna tell the band, don't tell the dude that I thought was like the physician.
Yeah.
Um,
He
t-
listened to that, like, because I told him that we talked about the band. So
yeah,
he like listened to that segment and he could not stop laughing when you were like, wait, he's like your doctor? Like he's like your
I
physician.
I was like, oh yeah, I was like, oh my god, her family doctor goes with her and he
The
plays
drummer
music
in
at
this
night.
punk rock.
Just like, what the heck?
Doctor by day, drummer by night. I mean, that'd be
Is
pretty sick.
no. I went and I that was stupid. I went and told people. They was like, oh, because I got to do the show, then we'll do whatever. It's like, how'd the show go? I was like, I don't think it went that well. Like, why not? It's like she said like she had like her sports doctor, but I thought he like worked in family medicine or something like that. They're like, what? Like what?
No,
Like
it
how?
was so funny. He couldn't stop laughing.
That was an L that I couldn't bounce back from.
Uh,
But I say that to say you do have some rhythm because I can't I can't point out all the moves that you're doing, but it is
yeah,
on
I can't either.
it's on beat
Yeah.
with what is being played. So when I heard that hip hop story, I was kind of shook. I was like, she may not have Michael Jackson rhythm, but you just need Tito Jackson rhythm.
Fair enough. That's all I want. I just want to like I just want a little bit. But then my teacher yelled at me
He yelled.
like, "Sweet, you have no rhythm."
Oh
But
boy.
to be fair, I my air pose like disaster. So I was all shaken and so I stopped being able to like I was just making stuff up at that point. So it probably didn't look like I had rhythm. But then that always stuck with me. And I was like, that's the problem. Like all this time, I thought I was like this incredible dancer. And it turns out I have no rhythm. But no one up until my hip hop teacher has told me that.
Oh boy. Well,
So
he's a square. He's a quack. Listen, I would have went to your hip hop teacher. I would say, "Listen, bro, it's your little red wacky. You could push it or pull it. That's how we roll up here."
oh man.
Or
Yeah, good
better yet,
times.
as my mom says, every tub got to sit on its own bottom. But I what you did was difficult. Listen, what songs were they playing? Because I could tell
I
you,
don't I wish I could remember. I feel like I blacked out a lot of that because I was so nervous.
I
That's
would have
like
been
the most
scared.
nervous I've ever been. That was such an incredibly challenging final because you had to do it in front of everyone. It's not like you were just like doing it in front of your teacher. You had to do it in front of the entire class 3 separate times. So I don't even remember what the music was. Like I couldn't even recall what the DJ was playing. But like, yeah, we had a live DJ who was just like mixing a bunch of stuff and we were just supposed to go out there and like perform. It was
We
just
were
so incredibly nerve-wracking.
don't and I want to bring that up just to say you're not alone. I caught an L too. Um, it was so bad that they had to like go from playing like the modern hip hop to we ended up doing the Tootsie Roll because that's how far back they had to go. Because I think we were playing like Nelly um
Nelly. Yes.
and stuff like that. So they're playing and I have rhythm. And so they're playing like Air Force Ones. And so I don't know what I call myself doing, but it was enough for them to go back generations to get hip hop songs. Uh, there's some stuff you can't dance to, like
It's true.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys is not a song for dancing. When
Yeah.
he's talking about get low, that's not a good example. But there are other songs
I was gonna
like
say get low, I definitely can dance to.
listen 369. Okay, can't sing that song on the show.
Yeah.
Um,
To the window.
to the walk, to the wall.
I love that song. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
definitely
ski,
gonna have
ski,
that at
ski,
my
ski,
wedding.
ski. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. You guys, like, can you live stream that? Or can I like
I
somehow
will.
can Lactic
I
Acid do like a live there or something?
will live stream. We'll stream you in. Yeah, we the first thing that I did was get a DJ because that's like the most important thing to me is having incredible dancing. DJ Drake. I'm really pumped.
Hey,
He's gonna crush it. But yeah, I'll live stream you in because it's gonna get good. Just
listen,
gonna have like 4 hours of dancing. I'm so excited.
I cannot wait to the moment because all of a sudden, like everybody to the dance floor, this DJ Drake on the beat one time, and then all of a sudden, like I just can't wait to see all the old people. When they go, let me see you get low. You scared? You scared?
Yeah, grandma.
Drop your booty to the floor. You scared? You scared? Drop it. Hey, sing it thing. Hey, now stop.
That's the thing. He advised us that we should do a progression. So you start a little bit more ear friendly, just kind of like the classics. And then you just slowly, as the night goes, you just progress to like Lil Jon, Usher,
Oh,
some of that stuff.
listen, I can't wait for yeah. Take Ludacris at the bottom.
I know all the lyrics to that song. I'm so excited. I love that song.
Please, I have to somehow see this wedding because there are
I'll live stream
parts.
you in.
There are parts I can't miss. At the end, when Ludacris is like, "Hey, that rewind it back." Usher got the voice to make that booty go.
Your booty go. What?
And then like
I'm so
freaking
excited.
get low when they're doing what did he do? I can't repeat these lyrics, but he said,
No,
get back on the floor, catch your balance, then drop. Now bring it back. Like somebody's gonna do that.
Mhm.
And when that knee pop, uh, you know, it's gonna be like pop go to weasel till the weasel go pop. Oh man, but no,
Yeah.
I felt your pain. Like when I heard that, I said, Listen, I can't really make fun of her for that because it's somebody who had rhythm, and they put on like certain songs, and they were like, what are you doing?" I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
And you didn't have the choice of like the song. It was just like whatever he was playing, you just had to like go out and do it. So I couldn't
Um,
request. If I could request songs for my final, I think it maybe would have been different for me. But no, it was just kind of like you had to just like freestyle it.
if there was like a
So
celebrity to like be at your wedding as a guest, who would you want? Like the
Taylor
most
Swift.
outside of Taylor Swift. Well,
Um,
let me ask you this: what do you make of her new album?
love it. It's not my favorite Taylor Swift album. I still have
Okay,
a ranking system, but it has creeped into my top five.
can I?
So,
Are you ready for? Can you share your ranking system?
oh yeah. Um, Reputation, Red, Folklore, Midnights.
What was the
It
first
bumped
one?
Lover for me.
What?
1989 is my favorite T Swift album.
What am
But
I?
Reputation is a close second. I loved, which is an unpopular opinion. A lot of people didn't like Reputation. I think it's one of her best albums. Yeah, love Reputation. And then Red or
Oh Lord, I cannot think. You see, I don't know the albums, but I know the songs.
Hey, hit
So,
me with a song.
all right. So, I went to. I think the concert I went to is the one. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Oh yeah, that's on Red.
Okay, I would probably say that's first. Two. Oh no, that may be second. The crap where she was singing "I knew you were trouble when you walked in" and all that crap.
Red. Red.
Blank space.
1989.
We're never getting back together is red.
Red.
All right, so
See, Red
red's
was a
first.
banger album. Yeah, Red's a banger. It has
Red's
stayed in my top five for years. I love
red.
Red. And then when she re-recorded it, I almost died. Loved it. I drove around, Alex and I, when it came out, her re-recorded version. We just drove around Boulder for like 2 hours and just like listened to it on repeat, and it was amazing.
That was pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was pretty lit.
Right?
That was I like
So
that
your
one.
girl's going to see Taylor Swift May 14th at
Really?
Lincoln Financial in Philly. I couldn't get tickets in Denver because let's be honest, that whole system was a complete shit show. So I didn't get any tickets and I was devastated because I've never seen her. And if you're gonna see her live, the Eras tour is the tour to see it. So I was like, I got like fan verified. I was like ready for like the early pre-sale, and then like it all crashed and I didn't get anything. So then luckily
Really?
Alex's good college friend is a season ticket holder at Lincoln Financial and they live in Baltimore and or sorry, they live outside of like DC, but close to the Philly area. And so he got like six tickets because he's like a season ticket holder. And so he sold us two. And so we're going to see her on May 14th. And I probably gonna cry. I don't know. It's
You're
gonna be
gonna
a really
you're gonna cry.
oh man. I'm so excited. I love her so much. I have been a T Swift fan for like decades. And I'm finally gonna get to see my girl live. And I man, I can't even tell you how excited I am. I'm like so
As
pumped.
somebody who has been to her concert, actually one of my close friends met her backstage. They have a picture. You know,
I would die. I think I would like black out and like faint
but
if I
here's the
got to
thing.
meet her.
But maybe can we set something up? So
Yes.
what if we tag T Swift in this and say, hey, there's a girl named Laura, she's getting married. And so um maybe you
Can
know,
your wedding gift to me be can I come backstage and meet you, please?
meet you
I
for
would
5 minutes, just 5 minutes.
yeah. God,
I
I don't
like
even know. I
I
wouldn't be
high
cool. I don't think I could talk. I think I
I
would just stand there.
I high fived her mom,
What?
and yeah, we had these prime seats. And
Jesus. Were you
so
like in the front row?
the way it's like organized in Orlando, like the bleachers come all the way down, so we were right above the um the court. And so, and then you got all the crazy people in the middle. And so we were against this railing, and her mom was walking down, just speaking and giving high fives, and she looked up and smiled, and I was like, okay.
That is so cool. Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
So, but she puts
Ugh.
on a great concert, and Ed Sheeran was at this concert too. And I had no idea who Ed Sheeran was. I'm like, yo, there's a dude with orange
Man,
hair actually playing the heck out of this guitar.
he's so
Guitar.
talented. He can play like 12 different instruments while singing. It's incredible.
I was shook. And they
Yeah.
played like Everything Must Change or whatever the case might
Oh
be.
yeah. Yep.
And I was like, that you're gonna love Taylor Swift. Like
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
die. Yeah.
love.
So I was talking to Emma Coburn. She just saw her in Vegas,
Oh,
and she was telling me how like Taylor does like 5 songs from every era, and then she does like 8 for Midnights. And she was saying that like the entire time, the whole 3 hours, which by the way, 3 hours, 44 songs,
that's
and
crazy.
her like outfit changes or breaks between are like 90 seconds. So she's basically just performing straight for 3 hours. Like that's incredible. Like what a legend. But Emma said it perfectly. She said that she also cried the whole time. She just kept having like moments where she was just like, I was so incredibly grateful for her existence. I was like, yes, that is how I'm going to be. I'm just going to be so grateful for her
Like
and
Taylor,
her
I just
presence in this world.
honestly, I can see you backstage. Hi, what's your name? My name's not important. I just wanted to thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like I'm
I
not
would be
worthy.
that person. No, I'm not. You don't need to know you won't remember it. I'm just a fan.
As a
I
matter of
just want
fact,
you to
don't
know though that I'm grateful for your existence. Like, please just don't ever change.
like listen, like don't even look at my face. Like don't even no. Don't even look at my I can't even look at you because you're
I
so
can't even look at
amazing.
you.
Just be like, I don't know,
Um,
there's this show called Lizzie McGuire, and
oh yeah, I remember Lizzie McGuire. Good old Disney
he
Channel original.
good old Disney Channel original. And Gordo wrote in her book, "You rock, don't ever change. I mean it." And I feel like that is you with Taylor
That's
Swift.
what I would say to Taylor.
Like literally, like Taylor, just thank you for thank you to like God for like the vocal octanes that He gave you. Like your
Just
hair.
the artistic genius that she is. Like some of her songs and like her lyrics and just like the art, like it's not just about like her vocals, it's like her artistry. And like it all comes together. Like yeah, her albums, man, just
I
man, they're
y-
good.
y- I feel like you with Taylor is with Squidward when SpongeBob was learning about art and Squidward is teaching him how to do art. And Squidward's like, repeat after me. And I feel like this is a conversation with you. And do you remember the episode I'm talking about?
No,
No.
I don't remember that one. That's
So
funny though.
so Squidward is tells SpongeBob, repeat after me. So just look at it as Taylor Squidward and you are SpongeBob. And he goes, okay, I have no talent. I have no talent. Me, Mrs. Taylor Swift has all the talent. Mrs. Taylor Swift has all the talent. And when I grow up, I hope some of her talent could rub off on me. Like that just
Seriously, just like even like an ounce of it, man, what you could do with that. Just to
oh
like
man.
have her brain and like the way she thinks and sees things and like the way she writes music, but like can incorporate like all of these different emotions within a song. Like it's a journey, like listening to her albums. It's pretty like you feel things that you're like, shit, don't even know I could like feel that. Or like she'll like some like folklore. I really identified with folklore for a lot of different reasons, just of like my own personal journey. And so certain songs, like I was like I would be like tearing, like listening to the song. Like you're just like, how are you doing this? Like how are you connecting to like the human experience, like through your music in the way that you are? It's like pretty incredible.
This is a great segue. Beautiful segue. Praise you. Because Taylor does something in her songs. So you and Taylor could be like six cousins because she does something in her songs. She does something in general that I think is great. Everybody has to make an educated guess about Taylor because she does not share it on social media.
I know.
She's
Another reason I
not,
respect her.
she's not like, hey, taking selfie with Bay, we just had some cereal together. or driving around the town, what is it, running through the six with my people or whatever. I can't say whoa because I don't know what Drake meant by that. That could just mean anything. And and um so it's like, instead of, she has found this balance. It's kind of like this stored up, oh, how do I put it? It's like brisket. So you ever seen like a prime brisket? The brisket has that fat cap
Yep.
that you can't cut the fat cap off, but you can't eat it. So what you do is you cook it, and the fat cap moistens the food as you cook it for like 15 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so, not comparing Taylor saying she's a brisket, but just her style is like
Yeah,
brisket, because it seats, you feel it in your food, you feel it in her
you do.
music.
You feel it. Like you feel her songs
Yeah.
in a way that like I don't always like that other music doesn't always resonate for
No.
me in that same like way, which is
Right.
what makes her music so empowering, I think, and why like I've always loved her as an artist and just seeing her evolution
Yeah,
of
because
her work and like over the last like 2 decades. Like it's incredible that she's like 33 and has been doing it as long as she has, and she's making some of the best music she's ever made, and just like following the evolution of her career with like within her music is also like remarkable. Like I don't know how many other artists are like doing that, like the Beatles, but like like it's just like it's a select few that I think like can do
the,
that.
the Beatles.
Well, like I'm just saying, like as far as like being that type of like dating over like decades with like
Okay.
as many people as they do, like the impact that they had
Ah, I
over
got
like
you.
the decades is what I mean. Like, yeah.
I got you. I can dig that. Shout out to Paul or whatever. I don't know. Forget that. But anyway, um, yeah, because really, she started. Our song is a slam screen door,
Yep.
sleep
Tim
without
McGraw,
end.
Teardrops on My Guitar, all the way to,
Look what you made me do. Look what you
yeah.
made me do.
Oh, love Reputation. Also, Vigilante shit on Midnights is my jam right now. Like, I have just been driving around listening to Vigilante shit. Um, that's like my song.
I was like,
Such a pinger, such a badass song.
when I wrote that, I said, I know she didn't say that. Like she said that. That's on the title. Like, it's my eyes. I have four eyes, but do they deceive me? Of what's like she snapped. Like she snapped. But the one thing that I compare it to you, and that's something I think you have mastered, in my opinion, social media. Like I
Oh,
think you have
wow. Really?
mastered it.
I feel
Yes,
like I don't know what I'm doing at all.
but here's the thing: it's controlled chaos. See, you and me, we old school. These young kids today. You
I
know,
can't keep up. I can't. I'm not a TikToker.
somebody came on and I said, drop your social media handles and stuff like that. And y'all need to check out that episode. It actually comes out. Okay, so this is coming out on a Thursday. The episode already came out. So y'all better have gone and listened to that episode, because
Okay,
she is the coolest girl ever from Ohio.
cool.
Juliet, I keep screwing up her last name, but she actually won the team title by herself, for the girls team title at the championships in Ohio.
Oh,
Um,
wow. That's
yeah, she
awesome.
won
Damn.
the team.
What a badass.
I know. But she told me her TikTok handle, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot. Like, I forgot about TikTok and stuff like that.
There's so many platforms. I can't keep track of them all. People are doing YouTube channels, TikToking, Twitter, Instagram. I think there's like another one that I'm forgetting about. Like, there's too many. I can only master one, and
Like,
that's Instagram. And I don't even feel like I've mastered that one, but I do what I can.
but my professor, shout out to Jeff Cooner, he was so confused because he was like 60s, in the 60s. He is alive, so my bad. But he like came up to the class because he didn't know what's Snapchats. I was like, Snapchat?
Yeah, that's the other one. Snapchat. All my high school kids do Snapchat. I don't even.
But it's so crazy. You have mastered it because, in my opinion, because like everything is so open and open. Like, we're open to everything that we have to do. Not you do it in your timing. you know
Mhm.
because listen, nobody's gonna tell you what to post. You share what you're comfortable sharing. You don't have Strava, you don't have none of that crap. You stay in your own lane. You take control of your social media, which is taking control of your well-being, which is the comparison to Taylor Swift. Because listen, if you want to know about Laura, when she beats you in the marathon, you're gonna see how she's been feeling the past 6 months. With Taylor Swift, if you want to know what's going on with her, just wait till the new album drops at 12 o'clock. So that's why I say Laura Taylor Swift. That's what we're doing.
My
Laura
God, I'm
Taylor
just
Swift too.
honored that you even like compared me to Taylor Swift. Like, I don't
I
even know what to
feel
do with that. It's like the
actually
greatest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I actually feel like you guys have multiple things in common.
My God, stop it. You're gonna make me cry. Remember that line for me right now is very thin. I could just break into tears at any moment. So just be careful
But it
what you
could,
say.
but wouldn't it be good tears though?
It would be. They would be tears of like absolute like joy and happiness.
Okay.
Um,
I
but
don't
they'd still be tears. So I don't know if you're
okay,
ready for
so
that type of
let
emotion.
me okay. But no, like you guys are from a distance, it seems like she's nice. Obviously, you're nice.
Mhm.
Um, nobody's gonna make you like you are a boss. We just say you guys are ballers. From taking control of the boulder fires and helping others to coaching these kids to actually making an impact. I had a friend who did her senior thesis in high school on Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And it was just about the impact that she had. And like you kind of have that same, obviously she has 100 million followers. And while you don't have that, 100 million followers, you still make a which is just stupid. Um
Nope. Probably never will. I don't see
um
that in my future.
no, but you still have made such an impact on the running game because everybody loves you and you're so positive and so nice, but you're so real. You real. You ain't fake. People here I look at it, it's the difference between canned chicken and chicken that's real. That's that
Yeah, I
nasty.
don't want to be canned chicken.
No, she ain't canned chicken. She real. She a two-piece and a biscuit. So um but no, how have you channeled your inner Taylor and mastered the art of being comfortable in your own skin, specifically in an age where everything is shared on social media? It's like if you're not vulnerable, you're doing it wrong. But still, your impact is felt in so many different ways that benefit so many people day in and day out.
Yeah, I think for me, like I still struggle with social media, and everything that kind of comes with that, as far as like how much do you share, how much do you keep private, like kind of I think everyone has to kind of find that line and that balance for themselves. But I think for me, when it comes to social media, I think about like what would be impactful to me as a young girl, or as like just another, or like I think about the people that I follow and things that resonate with me that are impactful to me. So like I just try and emulate that by just being myself. But I think having a certain amount of vulnerability on those platforms and using your platform to find that relatability with other people, um, I think is really powerful. And I think that is what is great about having all of these different ways that we can connect with complete strangers who are going through similar things we're going through, and being able to share that with each other and talk about that with each other is what I think is so cool about those platforms. But at the same time, like, put everything out there. I like keeping parts of my life private. I like keeping parts of my training private. Like, I like to be in the moment of my life, and not everything needs to be on my Instagram. Not everything needs to be shared with, the void out there. So that's kind of how I balance is living my life, and being present in the moment, but then using my platform in ways to connect, and to share things that I believe all of us are going through, in different ways to kind of connect. I don't know. So that's kind of how I've tried to navigate that. And I think that's how I've managed to stay true to myself, is just kind of finding that balance. But then just thinking about what is impactful to me. And if I were a young girl and I had access to all of this because I didn't when I was 14, 15 years old. This was, social media wasn't a thing. Like what would have been helpful for me to see in someone like myself now. So that's kind of how I navigate it. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just different for everyone. And I still feel like I haven't really mastered it. I don't think you really ever master it. I mean, maybe you do if you have 100 million followers. And Crumble and HV are paying you, maybe you've mastered it. But I don't know. Like that's obviously not what my page is. So
Why do you have to bring that up? Like,
I
gosh.
know, I'm sorry. It's still too soon. It's still too
Remember how you
soon, but
said you're fragile? I'm fragile. I'm one comment, I'm one rejection away from creating my
from
own
a
Drake
complete
album.
breakdown. Yeah. Fair enough.
Who else
Uh,
cries a lot? But you see, that's crazy because from an outsider's point of view, I look at you and I'm like, from an athlete standpoint, she got it from the standpoint of mentally knowing how to do this thing. You got a close circle, and not everything's on social media. You're not sharing everything, but the things you do share, it's like a T Swizzle song. Like it's a journey. Hashtag best T Swift song is the one that she had with T Pain. Um,
which one was that?
Thug Story.
Oh yeah, I
I'm like
forget about that
8'4",
one.
blonde hair to the floor. You shorties never
Yeah.
thought you see me. Got me rapping hardcore.
Shit, I need to bring that back. I need to bring that one back in my rotation. I've lost that one. I need to bring that back. It's time I revisit that.
Listen, the what was the quote in that song that I love? I'm so gangster, you can find me baking cookies at night. You white clubbing, but I just made caramel delight. I'm like, listen, Taylor Swift, what she did was she that's that crystal light that you pour into the
Hmm.
water that makes it taste like full-blown
It's
lemonade.
my girl, man. It's my
That,
girl.
yes,
Yep.
listen. I don't know if she invited to the cookout, but she's still the homie. Um, last question, and then rapid fire, which I had to think of some deep ones to ask you for this
Oh
one.
God. I struggle with rapid fire. It's like I black out. You'll like ask me something and then I just black out and I can't
But
think of anything. So
I made a caveat for it. It's going to be a little bit more interactive because you can ask me
okay.
questions. You can ask me some
Oh,
questions.
like okay. Goes both ways. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. So, um, one thing in knowing, just our interactions, whether it's um messaging on Instagram or just obviously you coming on the show, that I admire is that you have joy, like a natural, but it's natural. It's not like, processed chicken. It's like just like Marvin Gaye said it and Tammy Terry, ain't nothing like the real thing. You know what I'm saying? This not that ragu. This is not Chef Boyardee. This is like
No.
this is it.
Chef worthy.
Shot but no, it just seems like it. And the reason I say that, because it radiates and it impacts everybody positively around you. Like if somebody has some bad to say about Laura, then I think you need to check your life, because there may be something wrong with you. And it seems like that's why you take on that inner Jabberwocky. When you get knocked down, you get back up again, and nothing ever breaks you down. You still got the ooh, that was smooth. Good job,
That
dog.
was smooth. Wow. Well done. Well played. Well played.
Well
Yep.
played. Um, and you're able to have that impact. So, what brings you joy, and how important is it for you to share that, um, especially in this crazy world that we live in? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like you are like by the time you give this answer, I'll come up with a great comparison to say, what it's like.
Well, you've already compared me to Taylor Swift, so I don't think you can top that.
Oh,
Like
don't
I can
try
like
me.
die happy now.
Okay.
Uh, that's a great question. I don't, no, I mean, I think it really just comes down to like, I feel very grateful and blessed that I get to do what I do for a living and that I'm living a life that I love and I'm able to pursue passions and, um, like, I just, I do things that I love to do. And so I think that in itself helps or like really allows you to like emulate that joy when like you enjoy what you're doing. Um so I think, and then again, like I think I talked about this with you last time, like my mom I think is an important part of like instilling that in me. Like she's such an optimist, and she just has this ability to find the silver linings and things, even when things are really hard and you're going through like the downs of life, as we all do. It's just finding those like little joys in each day, even if it's just like a hard day or like you're going through a really hard period. It's just always doing one or two things each day, even if it's just like buying a latte for yourself or like buying a bouquet of flowers, like just like little things. I think also help you kind of just hold on to that and kind of help you, as you said, when you get knocked down, get back up again. So yeah, I don't know. That's my convoluted answer. Like, I do what I love. I'm grateful that I get to do things that I love to do and that I'm passionate about. And then just kind of growing up with someone that like really instilled that mindset, as far as like there's always little things to celebrate, whether that's day to day, month to month, year to year. There's always things to celebrate and like find joyful. Again, like you said, it's not fake, and you're not pretending like life doesn't suck sometimes, because it does. But it's just kind of how you navigate that, and just kind of like having that instilled in me, I think has like been really is something that I always gravitate back to.
Well, don't grab a latte, or at least for me, that's not going to make you feel joy. Listen, I have a rule, and that rule is if you can't fry it, don't buy it. So
Fair enough.
honest,
I actually like that rule.
yeah. So my comparison, I don't know, SpongeBob, that this thing called living like Larry the Lobster, but listen, we're trying to live like Laura, essentially. So, all right, last segment,
All right,
down the
rapid
home
fire
stretch.
me.
Like I said, it's not going to be as bad, because I don't want you to start crying.
I mean, yeah.
And so and that peach cobbler is starting to marinate.
Yeah.
So
My
that's
bedtime
okay.
is approaching. Yeah. Starting to hit that
Yes,
wall.
I know. That same
It
here.
happens real quick.
We go from 100 to 0 real quick. So,
We do.
are you ready?
Yeah. Hit me.
All right. So, before I asked you a fun fact or three things that people do not know about you, but what is a hidden talent that you have that people might not know? And then I'll answer the question too.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I don't have any other talents.
Would you like me to answer the
Oh,
question first to give you? Okay, go ahead.
I I feel like it's a gift. The minute my head hits the pillow, I'm out.
I'm jealous.
Out cold. I don't need wind down time. I don't need like I don't lay there for 20 minutes, and I once I hit the pillow, I am done. Like I'm out. I'm snoring within minutes. So I guess my ability to like my sleeping ability uh is, it's unmatched. It's unrivaled.
You literally unfiltered hashtag straight no chaser. Um,
Exactly. I've had multiple people tell me that over the years. They're just like, "How do you do that?" And I'm like, "It's a gift."
all thriller, no filler. That's how we roll up in here. Alrighty. My hidden talent. This is kind of bad. Um, I can take any song and make it about fried chicken. And I used to have
I
like
believe you, and that's amazing. That's way
I
cooler than mine.
I used to have like in high school. I had a whole book of songs that I had like I think like for example, Get Low. Like to the window, to the kitchen, to the kitchen. Put some hot sauce on my chicken. That was one.
I have a friend. She's a big cat lover, Rosie Edwards. If you listen to this, you're welcome. She's my most favorite people of all time. She's actually my maid of honor.
Ooh.
But she has an ability to do that with cats. So she can like, for instance, like she'll do like boots with the fur. She can turn that into like a whole lyrics of like about cats. And it's amazing. And I want her to come on the show and do it for you because I can't do it justice. But she can do the same thing. She takes rap songs and turns them into like uses like the beat and but like raps about cats instead. Like it's so great.
Cats with the fur.
Yeah. The
All the
whole
cat
club was starting to
to
purr.
purr. They
That's
scratched
like
the
one of hers.
floor. Next thing you know.
She did that with an MGK song too, Drug Dealer Girl. She turned into a cat thing. So again, gifts, talents.
Oh God.
You
We
guys
have
outdo me.
to.
I would love to see you guys go at it together. That would be amazing. You should
We
have
could
her on the show. She's an amazing marathoner for the UK.
let's do it.
So
Let's do it. I'm
yeah,
down with
she's a
it.
badass. Yeah.
We can have like what is that? What's that rap battle they have? I forgot what it's called, but
Oh yeah. You should do that.
it'll be like the low key, the rap version of Wild and Out. So she'll do that
Cats
show.
and you'll do chicken and you guys will just that would be the most amazing thing ever. You have to do that. Rosie
Like
Edwards. I'm giving you her contact info. You're doing it.
I will. So like, what's the song that I was just rapping it before I came on the show? You heard Ti's whatever you like.
Yeah.
So like I did, yeah. What is it? Yeah, I want your chicken, need your chicken. Long as you got me, we gonna eat more chicken. You want it, I buy it. Go get it, I fry it. Tell the
I
mother
almost
savages
prefer
to
that
be
version. I want your version.
chicken on the left, rice on the right, and we can fry chicken all night, and you can have as many pieces as you like. So yeah, that's so Rosie, we got to come on.
Rosie. Yep.
We got to
Setting it
come
up.
on.
The
All
rap
right.
battle.
If you could eat one dessert forever, I know you're a pastry girl. What we rolling with?
Mm. Oh, that's so hard because there's too many things. I'm torn between like a hot slice of some type
Well, time out,
or
time. How did we get to hot slice? And I want you to answer that. But that's one thing. So, because when I think of hot slice, I don't think cob.
no, I know you probably think like pizza because that's what Alex thought. But
Okay.
no, like a hot slice, like cobbler, like pie, it's like hot and gooey and warm. Like I want a hot slice, like to just
Okay.
like that comfort. Um, so I either go that route or I'm a big cake girl. Like I love carrot cake, chocolate cake, uh, funfetti cake,
Mm.
just red velvet cake.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, I love me some cakes. I don't know, that's tough. Hot slice or
Uh,
cake. I don't know if I can choose right now.
ice cream and cake and cake. And that was actually well, no, I'll ask you this. Okay, so I like that answer. So my birthday is coming up on Friday, April 14th. I need
Oh
to
my God.
know, yes. I need to know if the roles were reversed, what would be a food or what would be something fun to do on a birthday?
Like food wise,
Food and then just some activity.
you should definitely do laser tag as
Oh,
your activity. Big
oh
laser tag fan. Went way too hard though and like hurt my knee, but that's a different thing.
listen,
Um, and then gosh, you made homemade peach cobbler already. Like I don't know how you top that. Like
I've made peach
if I
cobbler.
could
I've
do that
made
for you, I would do it for you. But like it sounds like you've mastered all of the baked goods that you could make yourself.
my mom did most of the work. By most of the work, I just opened the cans. So
It's a loose term. I made it.
yeah, so I
Okay.
made
So
I
the
made
truth comes out. Okay.
what did Jason Derulo said? So when the roof caved in, the truth came out.
Yeah, the truth came out. Look at you. You can do that with anything. Your abilities, you and your songs.
So yeah, but she's made, I'm saying we again. The one thing I can make a dope sweet potato pie, but I like that laser tag
Oh,
idea.
yum.
All
Yeah,
right.
go play laser tag. So fun.
Okay. Taylor Swift theme song to describe your life.
Well, right now it would be vigilante shit.
Okay, what so you already answered that. So let me ask you this then, bonus question or follow-up question. If you and her could spend a day together,
Oh my God.
What would? Ooh,
Just
okay,
like blacked out thinking about that.
okay. But I just saw some emotion, and I just can't do that. What I couldn't even get the question out. I just want to know what would be something that you would want to do with her.
Anything.
Great answer. Okay. If you had to be the guest on either Family Feud, Jeopardy, or Wheel of Fortune, which one would you choose?
Jeopardy.
Okay. If you had to have okay, what would be your spirit animal? That's not a whale.
um, I don't know what my spirit animal will be. I Googled this once because in 2016 Saucony asked us this question because they wanted to make like posters of us before the trials of like what our spirit animal was. And I didn't know, so I took a quiz online. Guess what my spirit animal was based off the quiz?
Okay, do you promise not to be offended?
Yeah, I want to know what you think it is. That's why I asked, so no, I won't be offended.
I have two
It's
answers.
gonna, it's not gonna be what you think because it surprised me, and I was like, I don't think I did it right.
It's either a sloth
No, it wasn't a
or
sloth because that's not a badass animal. They wanted like a badass thing.
oh,
Uh,
maybe a jaguar.
that's better, but no,
Okay, then what was it? I'm
a
scared.
grizzly bear.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's what it came back with. So I was like, I must have not answered something like honestly or correctly, but I sent them that. And so that was my poster. It was like a bear.
I feel like a grizzly. I cannot wait. Lord Saucony, Saucony. Please let the Laura Thweatt, if you put her next to a bear here in Orlando, like let's go get a fake bear and you just start flexing with a bear. Bear go like this and everything like that.
Yeah.
Rock on. Oh my gosh. Hey,
A sloth.
also,
That's probably more accurate given like my hidden talent I just told you. So yeah, probably a sloth, not a
also
bear, but
from the old show, here's the new handshake. You go 1, 2, 3, and then you go like this, I go like this.
that's awesome. I love it.
So that's what we're gonna do. 1, 2,
One,
3,
two,
and then
three.
bam, bam.
Oh, we do this
Yeah,
and then this.
yeah.
Okay,
That's the handshake.
cool.
3 more questions.
Okay.
Okay. Food meal that you just want to throw in the trash.
Um,
Oh, I'm scared.
tofu.
My girl. It don't taste like nothing.
It doesn't,
Um,
and I don't like the texture.
yeah. Last 2 questions. They're going to be important questions. So I believe I asked you, why does kindness matter to you before.
Yeah.
So how has running been kind to you?
Um, running's been kind to me through the opportunity, through all the people that I have met, and through the experiences that I've had, all because of running.
Last question. You're going to win Boston, and they're going to ask you, did you have fun? So, what is it about this training cycle? So, pretty much what I'm asking you, I am the interviewer. Laura, you won. Did you have fun? And how did you have fun doing it? Regardless of the result.
Yes.
Yes, you had
Yes,
fun.
I had fun.
And how did you
And
make
I
sure
had
you had fun
fun
doing it?
because I had fun in my block because I just enjoyed the process. And in doing so, I reconnected with myself, and who I am, and remembered what running has taught me and what it has given me, and using that to my advantage and my strengths. So, yep.
So I just want everybody to know Laura gonna beat you. Um, and
What'd you say? I'm gonna hidden Valium.
listen, When Laura crossed that finish line, Thweatt pulls off the upset. Oh, look at those opponents. They are just in the Hidden Valley. Oh, somebody get me a bottle of ranch.
So funny.
That's
Just in
what's
the
gonna
Hidden
happen.
Valley.
She gonna
I'll be
put you
thinking
out.
about that at mile 21. So
Didn't I tell you this show? I had to put one
you
thought in
did.
there
You put that
that
thought
puts.
in there. That's what I'm gonna hold on to. So
Listen, this has been the latest edition of As the World Turns with Dom and Laura. Or better yet, I did find this video. It was an hour, it was 10 hours long, but it's of Kevin saying, you,
yeah. Oh my God, Maddie, my friend Maddie and I love that.
Oughta
You
know.
oughta know.
I found a video, and then there's a
That's so
video,
funny.
it's 10 hours long.
Oh my,
And
and it's just that.
it's yeah, they're singing, and then it's like
And then they like think he's gonna do it. You
you,
oughta know.
no. And then you just see like Jim, and Jim's face is just silent. It's like
Yeah.
and then they slow down. You, you oughta know. So yes, that's another episode.
Oh, it's so
Laura,
funny.
Laura, you can find her on Instagram. Type in Laura Thweatt. There's nobody like her. That way you don't have to worry about following a fake account. And listen, Laura fam, thank you for staying up and talking with the brother despite the great food we ate on Easter. It is always a pleasure. And listen, be sure to check out Laura in the Boston Marathon winning. When she hold that bowl of clam chowder at Hidden Valley Ranch, you know it's a W, because we do not catch L's. And we will catch you next time.